people rarely come out of school speaking foreign languages, yet many of us as adults manage to reach proficiency in one or more languages. And what is the benefit of that? Well, today I'm going to discuss some of the benefits I've myself experienced in learning other languages in this age we're living in. If you're interested in content related to a different way of learning languages, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video on Friday. I confess I haven't learned 10 foreign languages expecting certain benefits, yet it's important to look back and see how that learning process has changed myself, my life, in many different ways. One benefit I've experienced in my life was that of being more mobile. And of course I mean this in the literal sense, in the physical sense, so I have been able to move abroad more easily because I already knew the language, find work abroad because I knew another language. That's certainly helped in the process, but what I want to talk about here is how it has increased the mobility of my brain, if that's even a word. In the sense that by learning all these languages, my brain can make connections much faster in ways that I couldn't if I only spoke my native language. And I can see patterns much quicker when I'm learning yet another language, so I find that quite amazing. My favorite benefit, however, is the freedom it has allowed or brought to my life. So the fact that you can move anywhere, well, regardless of constraints of certain countries, but you can move anywhere you want, you can go on a holiday wherever you want, you'll feel safe because you can communicate in case something happens. And then you're also more independent because you don't rely on translations from someone else or a Google Translate or something of the sort. Personally, I would always learn just a few words when I would go to a country that I don't know, but when I heard someone say, I'm not going to go to certain countries because I don't speak the language, I'm going to restrain my holiday destinations to a couple countries in Europe, I was quite shocked that people restrain themselves in this way, which I find a pity. But let me know in the comments if you have ever not gone somewhere because you didn't speak the language. And even if you don't get a chance to move anywhere, even on holiday, you will be able to broaden your horizons to sort of enrich your own personal culture by being exposed to different truths, different ways of telling truth. How would history be told at a school in Afghanistan? I don't know. You will be more open-minded. You will start understanding that there's not one way of doing things, of saying things. You'll even become more compassionate towards others. Another way of thinking and of acting and of speaking. Lastly, I find that knowing all these languages has allowed me to finally become a full grown-up. So I don't rely on anyone to express myself. I don't feel like a child that can't, because one of the problems people have, especially in the beginning when learning another language, is they do not want to make mistakes. They will feel inferior somehow, like a child, and that's something that when you take control of it, when you do learn the language, it doesn't happen anymore. So I'm fully responsible for how I want to express myself. Do I want to have an intermediary between me and you to convey my message, or will I just take the trouble and accept that I will make mistakes, but I'll learn from it? So I think you become almost like a better person because you're evolving all the time. You're constantly learning. I think, at least I personally have, my level of Portuguese has decreased with the years. I'm not exposed as much to it anymore, but now I have, that's a pity in a way, but on the other hand, I have a chance to express myself in ways that Portuguese alone doesn't allow me. Their word gezellig is a word in Dutch I can't really express in Portuguese, whereas saudade is a word you might know that means that you missed something or someone, but it's really hard to express it in other languages. So the opportunities are endless. I think it's empowering, this language learning business. And you certainly become more creative, especially in the beginning when you have limited vocabulary, or when you just have this collection of languages and you never go deep in any of them. So you need to be creative on how you use the words you know. So these were some of the benefits I've personally experienced from learning other languages. And of course there's plenty more. Of course, all the people I've known, I've met along the way, and that I still meet. The fact that you can understand every conversation around you could be seen as a downside, but still, there's plenty more. But I would like to know now from you, what benefits have you personally experienced? What's your favorite one? If you speak more than a couple languages, let me know in the comments. If you like this video, hit the like button, be sure to subscribe, and see you on the next one, where I'll share some downsides of being a polyglot. Yes, there's some as well. Bye!